The online world is ablaze, and fans are reeling from a bombshell that's rocked the once unshakable love story of Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith. Just when it seemed like this love and hip-hop power couple had weathered every storm, a tidal wave of whispers about betrayal and hidden truths has crashed over them. Word of a secret baby, allegedly tied to Mendeecees, has sent shockwaves through their fan base, and after days of eerie quiet, Mendeecees has finally broken his silence. But his words, they're not dousing the flames, they're tossing gasoline on the inferno. It all kicked off with a single spark, a blurry photo that slipped onto social media, showing a mystery woman cradling a newborn. The caption was vague but loaded, dripping with hints that eagle-eyed fans swore pointed straight at Mendeecees as the dad. Then came the flood, screenshots of shady DMs, subtle unfollows between Yandy and some tight-knit family members, and a vibe shift that had everyone buzzing. The baby's features, some claimed, mirrored Mendeecees' own kids, and the internet turned into a courtroom overnight. Was this a hidden chapter he'd buried? How long had it been simmering? And why was Yandy in the dark? For years, Mendeecees and Yandy have let fans peek behind the curtain, sharing the highs, the lows, the family chaos, and the triumphs on love in hip-hop New York. They've been the couple that clawed through it all and came out stronger, but this feels different. This could be the crack that splinters their empire for good. The photo wasn't the end of it. Rumors snowballed as more clues dropped, and the speculation hit fever pitch. Fans demanded answers, emotions flared, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Then Mendeecees spoke. Everyone braced for a shutdown, a denial to slam the lid on the madness. Instead, his statement was a curveball, vague, loaded, and dodging the big questions. It didn't soothe the chaos, it cranked it up, leaving people wondering if there's a deeper, darker twist still lurking. Is this just a desperate rumor, or the tip of an iceberg that could sink everything they've built? The Smith-Harris saga has taken a wild detour no one saw coming, and it's got the internet glued to every move. Buckle up, this one's far from over. Fans who'd ridden the roller coaster of Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith's reality TV saga were blindsided. How could Mendeecees, fresh off rebuilding his life post-prison, be stashing a secret this massive? What started as whispers quickly hardened into accusations when a batch of leaked messages hit the web. Private exchanges allegedly between Mendeecees and this mystery woman. They weren't just casual chats either. People zeroed in on late-night meetups, veiled references that screamed pregnancy cover-up, and hints of a scheme to keep it all hushed. To fans, it was a smoking gun, proof he'd been playing a double game for months, maybe longer. The fallout hit fast. Yandy, the unshakable rock of the family, dropped a gut punch of a post on Instagram. Short, raw, and dripping with subtext. Life teaches you the tough lessons. Trust is the foundation, and when it crumbles, good luck piecing it back together. The internet erupted. Was this a jab at Mendeecees? A sign she was sniffing out the truth? Or just a flex to rise above the mess? Theories flew, but Mendeecees didn't budge. For days, it was radio silence. Nothing to like, no clapback, no mea culpa. Fans refreshed their feeds like fiends, desperate for a crumb of clarity, but he left them hanging in a void that only fueled the fire. Then, after an agonizing stretch, Mendeecees finally piped up, and it was a head-scratcher. No straight answers, just a cryptic riddle. The truth doesn't always play nice, but it's the key to breaking free. More to come. What? Was he copping to something or tossing a smoke bomb? The fan base spiraled. Some saw guilt in the vagueness. Others figured he was dodging the spotlight. Why the mystery? Was he shielding Yandy from a brutal reveal? Or hiding a shadow even uglier than the rumors? While the couple played coy online, the walls were shaking behind closed doors. Insiders spilled that things were boiling over. Yandy, the glue holding their world together, was reportedly gutted by the allegations. The Harris camp was splitting. Some rallied around her. Others threw Mendeecees a lifeline, saying he was just a guy caught in a bind, trying to shield his own. But the real fireworks? A blowout between Mendeecees and Yandy that nearly went off the rails. Word is she cornered him in a private call, voice trembling with fury and pain, demanding he come clean. "Tell me what's real," she allegedly pressed, cutting through the noise with a mother's desperation and a wife's betrayal. The air was thick, and the truth, whatever it was, hung heavy. The air crackled when Yandy let loose. "Tell me right now, Mendeecees, is that baby yours?" Insiders say she demanded, her voice a mix of rage and heartbreak. The weight of it hung there, thick and suffocating. Mendeecees, blindsided by the raw force of her question, stumbled to dodge. "You don't have the full picture, Yandy. You're rushing to judge," he allegedly shot back, but Yandy wasn't biting. "Don't play me for a fool," she fired. "I've held you down through prison, through every damn thing, and now you're hiding this?" How long had this shadow been creeping? Sources say Mendeces was rattled, sweat on his brow, knowing the stakes. His family, his name, his life with Yandy were teetering on a razor's edge. The call ended in a storm, Yandy reportedly cutting it off with a cold, "I need space to think." The public unraveling was swift. Yandy, once Mendeces' loudest cheerleader, went quiet. Her posts sparse. The warmth for her husband swapped for a chill distance. Mendeces, he vanished from the grid. No family snaps, no glimpses of their world. The couple that once beamed unity now felt like strangers across a canyon. Then came the gut punch. Mendeces was spotted at a low-key event cozying up to the woman tied to the baby rumors. No blatant PDA, but the vibe screamed familiarity, enough to ignite a firestorm online. Was he smoothing things over or burying them deeper? Fans split hard. Some saw him juggling two lives, others chalked it up to a misread moment. Either way, the questions piled up. Why the silence? Was he guarding Yandy or just dodging the blast? Days later, Mendeces dropped a bomb, a cryptic Instagram post that shattered the quiet. Truth cuts deeper than lies, but it's what frees you. Stay tuned. Fans pounced, dissecting every syllable. Admission, deflection, a tease for a bigger drop. Yandy, meanwhile, was fraying. Friends whispered she was a wreck, blindsided by a betrayal she never saw coming. She thought they'd conquered the worst, one pal confided. It's a dagger she didn't brace for. Her posts grew darker, her latest a gut-wrenching musing. Sometimes the right move is the hardest. How do you trust anything when you're doubting yourself? The internet buzzed with worry. Was she losing faith in Mendeces or wrestling something bigger? Then the mystery woman stepped into the ring. Her own post hit like a thunderclap. A photo of her with the baby, eyes fierce, caption sharp. "I know my worth, and so does my child. Truth always claws its way out." The online world lost it. Was this a direct shot at Mendeces? Had this been brewing longer than anyone guessed? Theories flew. Some pegged Mendeces as a double dealer. Others wondered if the woman was pulling strings, maybe even leveraging the kid. A wilder take. Yandy might have known all along, staying mum to protect her empire. The pressure was crushing, and Yandy's crew was pushing her to face Mendeces. Will he spill the truth or keep it buried? Stick around. This twist could flip everything.